So why don't we just get started? So we're gonna start actually just kneeling if that's comfortable. So if you want to untuck your toes, cool. But if you want a little stretch in the bottoms of your feet, tuck your toes, reach your toes back a little bit, and then sit on your heels, but sit up nice and tall. Palms to your thighs. Roll your shoulders a little bit. Go both directions. Move your head around, wiggle yourself around. And then settle into stillness just for a couple rounds of breath, closing your eyes. Deep inhales. And exhales. Do like 2 or 3 more rounds at your own pace, just using your breath to settle into the present moment. And then when you're done, you can blink your eyes open, move your shoulders around a little bit too. Right hand down, inhale, reach your left arm up and over. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. You can reach your right arm up. Exhale, left hand down, side bend left. Inhale, come back to center. We'll do 2 more times each side. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the left. 1 more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, over to the right. Feel your left rib cage opening. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the left. Feel your right ribs open. Inhale, reach up, maybe look up. Then exhale, circle yourself down to table. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Micro bend those elbows. Move around in a way that feels good. You can keep your toes tucked or keep them untucked, whichever way feels more comfortable or natural to you. And make sure you move your hips both directions if you're circling. I just ate lunch, so hopefully I don't want to puke during this. Then come back to neutral table. Inhale, belly down, tail lifts. Exhale, arch your spine, tuck your tailbone, lift to belly. You're gonna do 4 more rounds. So inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Again, inhale, arch down for cow. Exhale, arch up for cat. And 2 more at your own pace. Just massaging the spine, following your breath. Be in this moment, be here now. Then once you come back to neutral table, inhale, reach your right arm up, twist. Exhale, plant it back down. Other side, inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, lower. Twice more each side. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, release. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, release. 1 more time each side. Inhale, right arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left arm. Exhale, lower. The knees can stay where they are or take them wide to the mat. Untuck your toes if you need. Hips to heels, forehead down, arms reach forward, child's pose. 3 deep breaths in your child's pose. All right, you ready? Here we go. Inhale, lift your hips, tuck your toes, lift knees. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. So you can walk your feet towards your face if that feels more comfortable. Just begin by walking out your dog or move your hips to your heels. Any of those natural movements that feel good to you in your down dog. You can move your head. You don't have to move at all. Just kind of feel out how your body feels right now, today, in this moment. Okay, then inhale, lift heels, shift shoulders over wrist, plank pose. So if you need to scoot your toes back, go ahead and do it. Lift the backs of your knees up towards the ceiling. Hips should be about shoulder height. Push the floor away, almost like you're hugging a beach ball. Should have that same feeling in your armpits. And then look straight down towards the mat. So as you hold here, you should feel super strong in your low core, your quads, your toes. And then imagine that the back of your heart is lifting up towards the ceiling. Take one more breath here. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Micro bend your knees. Okay, inhale, lift your right leg high, 3-leg dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, shift forward. Inhale, 3-leg dog again. Go nice and slow, so cherish the moments and movements between the poses. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, 3-leg dog again. One more time, exhale, knee to elbow, shift forward. Inhale to 3-leg dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Hold here. Keep your knees close to your elbows as you can. Then slide it down towards your wrist. Don't touch the floor. Slide it back up to your elbow. Lower it back down to your wrists. Lift up to elbow. One more time. Inhale, slide it down. Exhale, slide it up. Inhale, 3-leg dog. You're going nice and slow with this, not sorry. Exhale, plant your right foot outside your right hand, left knee down to the mat. Shift forward and back with your hips. Pick up your right toes. You can move your hands if you want to make fists, that works too. If you want to make circles with your hips or just kind of wiggle around, you're just opening up the hip. Then bend into your right knee. Keep your left hand down. Right hand to right thigh. Inhale, turn your heart to the right so you're twisting open. Then if you feel ready, bend your left knee. Reach back for that foot. Or you can just bend the knee and reach back for the foot. You don't have to actually touch it. But if that feels good, hold here for a couple rounds of breath. Find stillness. Take one more breath in. Exhale, let go of your back foot. Lower it down. Straighten through your right leg, pick up your toes. So you're basically in half splits, only with the foot out to the side slightly. Just make sure you have a micro bend in your right knee. And then you're lowering your belly inside your right thigh. So you can come down as low as feels comfortable. You should feel a stretch not only in your hamstrings, but also in your inner right thigh as well. So shoulders relax, head relaxes down. Again, find stillness here. Two more deep breaths. Inhale, bend your right knee. Keep your left hand planted. Right arm either reaches forward or comes to your right thigh. Left toes tuck, lift your left knee, then shoot your left foot forward and sit down. So you're almost in Marichyasana for here. So left leg is straight in front of you, left toes up to the ceiling. Right arm comes inside your right leg, and then inch your fingers forward, and you're just gonna kind of go back and forth between sitting upright and hinging forward. So you're not doing a full real pose right here, you're just kind of moving around. And then we're gonna go back and forth between seated and lizard. So left palm plants down, lift your hips, right arm can reach forward, shoot your left foot back, lower the knee. Inhale, open your right arm, twists. Exhale, reach forward, pick up your left knee, shoot your left leg straight forward and sit. Do that, let's do it 2 more times, why not? Lift hips, inhale, left knee down, right arm reaches up to twist. Exhale, reach forward, knee lifts, shoot the left leg forward. Then push into your left leg, your left hand, lift hips, shoot your left foot back, right hand down, inhale, 3-leg dog. Exhale, right foot plants between your hands, root to rise, inhale, high crescent. So relax shoulders, move around in a way that feels good. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, fingers tent either side of your right foot. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, open twist again. Exhale, release. Do that one more time. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, hand down, plant both palms. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga if you like. I'm not going to do it. Come all the way to the floor, untuck your toes. Hands back by your ribs. Float your hands over the mat. Pull your shoulder blades away from your ears. Inhale, lift your head and heart. Exhale, soften down to the floor. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. 1 more time, baby cobra. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. Plant palms, tuck toes, lift your knees. Inhale, push up to plank. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Move around in a way that feels good. Cool, same thing other side. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Go nice and slow. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Relish the movements between the poses. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to left elbow, shift forward. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Exhale, knee to elbow, come forward. Then inhale, 3-leg dog. This is our last one. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Hold here so you're pushing the floor away. Slide your left knee towards your left wrist. Don't touch the floor. Slide it back up as you exhale. Inhale, lower the knee. Exhale, lift it up. 1 more. Inhale, knee drops to wrist. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Exhale, left foot plants outside your left hand. Right knee down to the mat. So same thing. You can make fists to give your wrists a break. And then start by moving around. So notice if this hip is different than your first hip. If you've been taking classes with me, then you know that my left side is like infinitely tighter than my right side. So I always like to give it a little extra love, maybe 1 or 2 extra breaths in my poses. And if you're the opposite of me, you can always do something slightly different, or if you're more balanced, then you can just keep the same amount of breaths for each side. So then bend generously into your left knee, right palm plants down, left hand to the left thigh. Inhale, turn towards the left. You can pick up your right foot, reach for it, grab onto it, pull it towards you. Any or none of the above. Find stillness. 2 more deep breaths. When you're done, let go of your right foot. Left hand plants down, straighten your left leg, pick up your left toes. So you're basically kneeling on your right knee, and your left leg is long, but unlocked through the knee. Relax your belly button inside your left thigh, and then you can walk your hands forward, or if you're flexible enough, elbows can come to the floor. I am not, so I'm just gonna stay up here. But still keep your shoulders away from your ears so you're not creeping them up. Give lots of space for your neck. Broaden through your collarbone, and then relax your head down. Take a few more breaths here. All right, inhale. Bend your left knee, come forward, right palm stays down, left hand to left thigh, or reach it forward. Right toes tuck, lift your right knee, then you're gonna shoot your right leg straight forward to sit down. So right toes up to the ceiling, frame your right knee with your fingers, and then just kind of inch forward and back. So this is like a weird massage of your hips for a hot second. And just notice how your hips feel, how your pelvis is, how your legs feel, how your low back feels. And then we'll do the weird back and forth thing. So plant your right hand down, reach your left arm forward, push into your left foot to lift your hips, shoot your right leg back, lower the knee. Inhale, left arm reaches up to twist. Exhale, reach it forward, right knee lifts, shoot the leg forward to sit. 2 more times. Push down to lift up, shoot your right leg back, knee down, inhale, left arm opens. Exhale, reach straight forward, right knee lifts, shoot forward to sit. 1 more time, lift up, shoot back, knee down, inhale to twist open. Exhale forward. I don't know, maybe we're doing one extra one, but it feels good on my hips, so if you don't want to, just don't do it. And then flip back. Inhale, open if you want. Exhale, plant the palm, right toes tuck, lift the knee. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. So you can go through chaturanga. Again, I'm not gonna, that's totally fine. Shoulders relax away from your ears. This time, cactus your arms, palms face the floor. Inhale, lift head, heart, arms, and legs. Exhale, lower everything down. This is where I'm feeling my lunch now. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Plant palms, tuck toes, lift knees. Inhale, push up to plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, plant the left foot between your hands. Root to rise. Inhale, reach both arms up. So use the power of your legs to lift your shoulders over your hips. Lift your right heel above your toes. Move around a little bit. Inhale, reach both arms straight up, maybe look up. Exhale, tent your fingers either side of your left foot. Inhale, left arm opens, twists. Exhale, lower it down. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. This time you're going to step your right foot forward and fold over your legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale to folds. Inhale, rise. Reach all the way to the ceiling as you rise to stance. Exhale, hands to heart center. Then let's do 1 more half sun salute. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, folds. Inhale, rise, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Then take your hands to your hips, weight in your left leg, pick up your right leg so your thighs level with the floor like a table. If you want to grab the toe and extend the leg forward, that's fine. I don't feel like it, so I'm not gonna. And then from here, if you want, arms reach forward or up to the ceiling. If you want to twist, left hand to right thigh, turn to the right, or you can do the same thing with arms extended. And then if you've got the toe or the foot, you can reach like that if you want. How challenging do you feel like making this today? Take 2 more breaths in your twisted balance. Leave your leg where it is. Inhale, unwind, reach both arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, kick your right leg back, toes release down. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, fingers tent either side of your left foot. Inhale, left arm lifts. Again, relish the transition. Exhale, lower the hands. Step forward, fold over your legs. Other side, inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, folds. Inhale, root to rise, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Hands to your hips, weight in your right leg, pick up your left thigh. Same thing, you can grab onto the toe, extend, or you can just hold here, arms reach forward or up. Same options, you're gonna twist over to the left, do whatever you want with your arms. It can be down, they can be to your back, hip, back, whatever. 2 more breaths here. Keep the legs, inhale, reach both arms straight up. Exhale, hinge forward, float your left toes all the way to the back of the mat. Inhale, rise, crescent. Exhale, fingers release. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, lower down. Left foot steps forward, fold over your legs. So heel toe your feet as wide as your mat, point your toes out slightly. Grab onto your big toes, bend your knees a little bit, and then elbows to the sides. Pull your heart in between your knees. Try to touch the crown of your head in between your toes. It probably will not touch, that's fine. Take 2 more deep breaths here. When you're done, release your big toes, fingers to the floor. Inhale, come up halfway. Heel toe your feet under your hips. Bend your knees to squat. Touch your knees to your upper arms. Plant your palms down. Lift your hips, shift forward. Heels lift. Float into your crow. If you're like, no thanks, you can just stay down in Malasana or just touch the knees to your upper arms. And if you've got crow, you're welcome to jump back into chaturanga, do a flow, or, I don't know, try something else, figure something else out. So if you're just gonna step back, palms plant down, you can go to plank, you can do a flow, you don't have to. I like to just inhale to upward facing dog, exhale to downward facing dog. And then in your down dog, take a couple of breaths, move around in a way that feels good. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Exhale, right foot outside right hand. Left knee down towards the mat. So then lower your forearms to the floor. So from here, slide your right hand under your right knee. Reach the back of your hand to the outside of your hip. If it's comfortable, you can grab your left wrist with your right fingers. And if you want more of a challenge, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. Hold here for 2 more rounds of breath. Okay, if you want to release this, you can just let go, plant palms, step back to plank, do a flow, go to down dog. If you're still with me, weight in your right foot, step your left foot forward, weight in your left leg, pick up your right heel, all of your weight into your left leg, and then maybe float your right foot up. Ta-da, bird of paradise, Svarva Divanasana. It's a weird one to say. Maybe try to straighten your right leg. It's not going to happen for me today. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, bend your left knee, look down, float your right toes to the floor. See if you can keep the bind. Step your left foot back, then release, plant palms. Inhale, step back. Exhale, do whatever you want. Maybe go to down dog, maybe move around in a different way. You can always come to table pose, do cat-cow, whatever you want. Then we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Exhale, left foot outside left hand. So your toes are turning out slightly. Your heel is closer to the edge of your mat or on the mat actually. And then from here, maybe lower elbows down. So you can stop at any of these places. This is why it's called all levels. This is why everyone is invited to my classes. You just go to the place that works for you, that you're comfortable with, and you can still take deep breaths in. So if you've got your elbows to the floor, take your left hand down under your left knee. Back of your left hand touches your left hip. Maybe take your right hand back. Grab your right wrist with your left fingers. Maybe you just work here and stay. This can be enough of a hip opener to hold. Or you can tuck your right toes and lift your right knee and fall over like me. So like I said, this is my weaker hip, so this is actually harder for me to hold on this side. So take 2 breaths here. Really use the engagement of the legs to hold the pose. And then options from here, you can let go, plant palms, step back to plank, do fun stuff that you like. If you're going into bird of paradise, look forward, step your right foot forward, weight in your right leg, so bend the right knee, float your left heel up, then maybe float your left foot up, then maybe stand up, then maybe lift your heart, then maybe straighten your left leg. Again, that's not happening for me today. Take 1 or 2 more breaths here. When you're ready to come out, bend your right knee, point your left toes down, lead with your left toes all the way to the mat. If you can, keep the bind, weight in your left foot, shoot your right leg back, then let go of the bind, plant palms. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, do whatever you want. And end up in downward facing dog or child's pose. You're gonna take 3 to 5 breaths in your resting pose. Okay, when you're ready to move on, inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, right foot outside right hand. Lift your right hand, reach it forward. Shoot your left leg forward to sit down, okay? So your left leg is reaching forward, your right foot is kind of out to the side. And if it's a little easier, you can bend your left knee and have it open up or keep the leg extended. Then you're gonna snuggle your right shoulder inside your right knee, lift your right foot, grab onto the foot, and try to backpack the back of your knee onto the top of your right shoulder. Then from here, reach for the outside edge of your right foot with your left hand. Right palm plants to the outside of your right hip. And then see if you can straighten through your right leg. So you're keeping a micro bend into your right knee. And you're reaching your right toes up and back behind you. So you're trying to engage the leg while you straighten it. So like this is really awkward for me. Maybe it's awkward for you too, and that's okay. So you should feel a big stretch in your left ribs. I feel a big stretch in my right hip. Take 2 more breaths here. Compass pose. Okay, you ready for fun stuff? So bend your right knee. So you're gonna keep your right leg on top of your right forearm or your right arm. Plant your palms, shift forward. You're gonna push to lift your hips, bend your left knee into your chest, and then see if you can inch it back and shoot it back behind you. So you're gonna end up eventually here, okay? From here, push down, undo your right leg, so it's your right knee is touching your right elbow. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Exhale, 4-leg dog. And then take your feet as wide as the mat and then push your ribs towards your thighs. Take 2 Deep breaths here. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing the other side. So plant your feet back, hips width apart. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, left foot outside left hand. Right hand stays down, left arm forward. Step your right foot straight forward to sit down. Yeah? So right leg can be straight forward, or you can bend the knee, heel towards opposite hip. Either way, you're keeping your left leg bent. Then you're gonna pick up your left foot, see if you can backpack your left leg on top of your shoulder. Plant your left palm down. Switch so your right hand is to the outside edge of your left foot, or maybe you're just hanging on to something that you can touch. And then see if you can straighten through the leg, and then open through your right ribs. So then look wherever it feels comfortable for your neck. You're trying to create as much space as you possibly can in all areas of the body. So in your shoulders, in your neck, in your leg, in your hip, in your ribs, in your lungs. Take one more deep breath here. Okay, then bend your left knee so you can let go of that foot, and then plant both palms. So if your right leg is forward, bend the knee so the heel is towards your left hand. Push into your hands, lift your hips, squeeze your left knee on top of your left arm, and then see if you can shoot your right leg straight back. From here, unwind so that your left knee comes to the outside of your left elbow. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Exhale, 4-leg dog. And then one more time, step your feet a little wider so they're almost as wide as the mat or as wide. Bend your knees, ribs between thighs. 2 deep breaths here. From here, inhale, lift heels, look at your hands. Exhale, bend knees. You're gonna jump your feet outside your hands. Yeah? Reach your arms forward, sit down. That was not graceful for me, so if it wasn't for you, that's fine. Legs open into a wide V. Knees are at least micro bent. I have to bend my knees a lot because my inner thighs are tight. Knees and toes point straight up. Fingers can come inside your thighs. Inhale, lift it nice and tall. Exhale, hinge forward. So go as far forward as feels comfortable. You can be upright. You can use your hands and pull yourself gently forward. Elbows can be to the floor. If you're super flexy, you can be to the floor all the way. You can slide your arms underneath the knees. Anything that feels good here. I hate this pose, but you know, it's good prep for Firefly. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Then inhale, lift your heart, walk your hands back. So you're just gonna do some leg lifts. You're gonna lean back a little bit, push into your fingers, lift hips, lower down. Do that 4 more times. So see how slowly you can go and how softly your heels can touch the floor. I don't remember how many times I said that, so do as many as you want, or do 1 leg at a time, that's fine too. Then from your seated wide leg forward fold, lift up, bend your knees in towards the outsides of your elbows, and then grab onto the outsides of your feet, pull your knees back behind you. So you're gonna do this like weird boat pose, right? Maybe touch the soles of your feet together, and then just keep pulling your feet towards you. So keep lifting up out of your heart. Maybe you rock side to side, that just makes your core work a little bit more. Relax your shoulders from your ears. Take 2 more breaths here. Then you're gonna let go of your feet, knees to the outsides of your arms. You're gonna shift forward so that you can come to squats. So from here, relax shoulders down, move in a way that feels good. Your heels should stay together, your toes slightly apart. So if you did marching band, this is the 45 degrees, like attention stance. Shoulders inside knees. Reach your hands behind you if you want. Clasp them behind your heels or just grab onto your heels. If you want to go a little further, wrap them around your knees for the outsides of your hips. And then drop your forehead towards the mat. Take 2 deep breaths here. Then release your hands forward. Push into your feet. Inhale, slowly come to stand. Step wide with your right foot. So toes point out, heels in. And then from here, inhale, reach your arms, star pose. Exhale, bend knees, bend elbows, goddess. Inhale, lengthen, straighten. Exhale, elbows and knees bent. One more time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, come low. So from here, hands to your thighs, but no weight in your hands, shoulders relax down. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, twist over to the left. So try to bring your right shoulder to your left knee. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist left again. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right again. Inhale, center. One more time each side. Exhale, left. Sink a little deeper in your hips. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Now I'll give you a little break. Inhale, straighten legs. Pigeon toe, heels out, toes in slightly. If you want, clasp your hands behind you or hands at the hips, whatever you want. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hinge inside legs. So if you want, you can have your hands to your ankles or your shins, your feet, whatever, or down underneath you. If you want to do a tripod headstand, go for it. If you want to do like forearm stand prep, if you want to do handstand, you can do so many different things from this position. Or if you just want a break and you want to stretch your legs, just hold, relax the top of your head towards the floor. And I'm going to give you 3 of my breaths to keep playing or holding here. All right, fingers under shoulders. Inhale, come up halfway. Push into your feet, hands to hips. Inhale, slowly rise to stand. Pull your toes out again, heels in. Inhale, lift, reach up. Exhale, bend your knees. Elbows come inside your thighs. If you can, plant your palms to the floor. If you need to like inch your feet a little closer together, do it. So if your hands touch the floor, walk your hands back so your fingers are behind your heels, if you can. Elbows are bent. Rest your inner thighs on top of your triceps. Then maybe push into your hands to bring one or both feet up off the floor. So this is Bhujapadasana, shoulder pressing pose. So this is a good prep pose for Firefly. So if you want, start to straighten through your legs. So this is my Firefly. It sucks. Oh well. So if you're holding, awesome. If you're just working in shoulder pressing, awesome. Engage those legs, engage that shoulder girdle, push into your knuckles. Take one more breath. Exhale, bend knees. So feet to the floor, shift your weight forward, and then lift up. So release your hands, shake them out. Move gently side to side. And then if you want to do some like Skandasana, point your left toes out, bend your knee, pick up your right foot, or right toes rather. And then you can do gentle twists here. I like to go side to side without my hands, but if your hands are helping you with balance, you can keep them down to the floor. So you can inhale, lift hips, plant right toes down. Exhale, bend the knee, lift left toes up.
So just go back and forth nice and slow a couple times. Okay, we're gonna do Firefly one more time. We're gonna do some stupid transition from Firefly to release, okay? So bend your knees, lower down, like hips down, hands touch the floor, walk your hands back behind your heels. Same thing, rest your hamstrings on top of your triceps, then push into your hands to flip the feet, try to straighten the legs, keep pushing the floor away. Then if you can, one at a time or both at a time, you're gonna reach the feet back for a crow. Then if you need to, put the feet down, or you can just shoot back to plank or chaturanga. I'm tired, so I'm just gonna step back because I'm lazy. Do a flow or do whatever I do, up to you. Inhale to up dog. And then exhale to child's pose, so give your hands a break. You're gonna flip your hands up to the ceiling in your child's pose. So head down, arms extend forward. Take 5 deep breaths. Then inhale, slowly rise to seated. So if sitting again on your heels is not cool, just cross your ankles and sit normally on your butt. But if you feel comfortable here, same thing as before, you can tuck your toes and set your hips on top of your heels. Take your wrists together, fingers wide, and then roll through your wrists nice and slow. So again, enjoy the movements between things. And then switch directions. And if you're like, I don't know if I'm doing it right, don't think about it. That's what's inhibiting you. And then flip yourself forward to table pose. Plant your left fist down. Bring the back of your right hand to the floor. So your wrist is basically touching the mat. Micro bend your right knee. And then just gently shift forward and back. And then maybe make little circles. So there's barely any weight in the back of your right hand. It's mostly in your left fist. Circle the other way if you're circling. But it should feel good and should feel like a release for your wrist. And then when you're ready for the other side, take your right hand off, shake it out a couple times. And then make a fist, plant your right fist down, bring the back of your left hand to the floor, micro bend your left elbow, and then same movements, gently going forward and back, and or circling through the wrist. And then make sure you go in both directions with the circle. Sorry, I got kind of lost there. And then lift your hand when you're done. Shake it out a little bit. And then you're going to sit on your butt. Bring your legs forward. Okay, so tortoise pose. You're going to start with your feet wide to the mat. Toes out, knees bent, knees wide. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, hinge forward. So if you want, you can just stay here, grab onto your feet, and then pull yourself forward. Or you can slide your hands one at a time under each knee. Backs of the hands to the floor, and then reach your thumbs towards the outsides of your hips. And then you can heel toe, awkwardly, the soles of your feet together. And then snuggle your shoulders down towards the mat a little bit closer, and your head can relax to the floor. Take 2 more deep breaths here. So to come out, lift your head, heel toe your feet wider, undo your arms one at a time. Hands can come back, knees as wide as the mat, swish your knees gently side to side. Then sit in the center of your mat. If you want to do a boat pose or something, go for it. I don't really care, so I'm gonna lay down. So take your time if you're doing any version of boat or half boat. And if you're already laying down, you can just give yourself a break. Move around in a way that feels good, especially for your low back. Maybe even just do happy baby pose if you want. Then we're going to do recline pigeon. So plant your left foot down. You're going to grab above and below your right ankle and then pull it towards your left armpit. So you're basically going to look like this. If you can cradle your knee and your foot inside your elbows, then go ahead and do that. If that's not comfortable, just keep holding on above and below your ankle. And then hug your foot as close to your chest as you can. Extend your left leg forward only if that feels okay on your hips. And then you can gently go side to side. So relax your shoulders from your ears. Should feel a big stretch in your right hip. And make any movements that feel good. This is a prep for eventually putting your foot behind your head, which I cannot do. If you can do it and you want to do it, then go for it. But that's not going to happen for me. So when you're ready for the other side, bend your left knee, plant the foot. Release your right leg, plant that foot. Arms wide, swish your knees first. Just release your low back. And then keep your right foot planted down. Lift your left foot, grab above and below that ankle. Pull your left heel to your right armpit. Maybe hook one elbow or the other. Again, like this is my tighter side, so I'm gonna modify a little bit. You can also grab underneath your calf with your hands or hook with the insides of your elbows. And then if you feel comfortable or you would like to, extend your right leg straight forward, heel to the floor. And then make sure you're only doing movements and holding postures that feel good on your knee, especially your left knee. And then again, if you're more flexible than me, you want to put your left foot behind your head, go for it. If you are like, no, that's not going to happen, then just keep doing what you're doing. Take a couple more breaths. When you're ready, bend your right knee, plant the foot, let go of your left foot, plant it down, swish your knees gently side to side. Plant your feet to the mat, hips width apart, scoot your heels as close to your butt as you possibly can. And then if you can touch your heels, maybe try to grab onto the fronts of your ankles. If that's not gonna happen, you can just plant your hands down, pinky side to the mat, and reach your fingers towards your feet. And then wherever you are, you're gonna push into your feet and lift your hips for bridge. So you're either here or you're here. Maybe if you just wanna interlace your fingers, that's fine. But if you can grab your ankles or the fronts of your shins, then it can get a little bit more into the muscles between your shoulder blades, your serratus, your rhomboids. And see if you can push the mat away. So reach your toes towards the opposite end of your mat from your head. Take a couple more breaths here. See if you can lift your hips a little higher, push your knees a little more forward, pull back with your hands a little more, or just your shoulder blades. And when you're ready to release down, open arms, hips down, knees towards your chest, sway a little bit side to side. Inhale, open your arms.
Exhale, drop your legs over to the right. Then turn your head wherever you want. Then you're going to take 5 more deep breaths wherever you are. Inhale, lift your legs, come to your back again. Hug both knees into your chest. If you want, you can lift your chin towards your knees or sway side to side. When you're ready for the other side, inhale, reopen your arms. Exhale, legs left. Move your head wherever you want. Make any adjustments that feel good to you. And then once you've actually settled into your pose, you feel comfortable and relaxed, take those 5 deep breaths. Inhale, slowly come back when you're done with all your breaths. Maybe do a happy baby pose to reach for the outside edges of your feet. Pull your knees towards your armpits. Move around. If you want to do one-legged happy baby at a time, pull one knee towards your armpit, and then you can extend your other leg forward or bend the knee. It just kind of gets a little bit more into the hip if that feels good. And then you can open and close the foot. Again, move around in a way that feels good. Make sure your knee feels comfortable, 100% happy. When you're ready for the other side, switch. Other leg comes in, knee towards armpit, straighten your other leg or bend the knee, and same kinds of movements depending on what this hip needs. Oof. Okay, and then when you're done, you can let that go. Do any other movements, any other poses that you need before Shavasana. So if it's another bridge, or if you feel limber enough, you can do a bridge pose, or wheel pose is what I meant. Knees to chest. If you want to flip forward, do anything. Literally, I can't see you, so whatever you want. And then for your Shavasana, you can lay on your back, like traditionally. But if you prefer something different or your mind is really active, you can even try just going into child's pose or lying face down on your belly. And so just gently getting yourself into your version of Shavasana, whatever that means to you. Anything that feels fun but relaxing, kind of like you're being just held, or like when you go to the beach or to the lake and you just kind of snuggle yourself into warm sand. That's how you want to feel in your Shavasana. So once you feel completely relaxed, you've let go of all tension in all of your muscles, you can close your eyes and just let your breath be your guide. And just like while we were working with transitions during our posture practice or with the asanas, work on the transitions in your breathing. So just notice the space in between the inhale and the exhale. Notice the space between the exhale and the inhale. For you, is it instantaneous? Do you go immediately from one side of the breath to the other? Or does your breath want to hold or relax into the stillness? Like for me, every time I exhale, my body just waits a little bit before it inhales again. And maybe you're the opposite. Maybe your body wants to enjoy the pause after the inhale before releasing it in the exhale. And if focusing on that transition is confusing, you don't have to do it. You can just relax. But if you're finding enjoyment in it, it should kind of feel like when you're a little kid swinging on a swing set. And that pause in between the two sides of the breath is like that weightlessness when the swing goes all the way up to the top and you float for just a second before swinging back down. And if you want to stay here longer, if you're ready to take a nap and you're like, I'm just going to chill here, you can forget about your phone or your laptop or your iPad. And just leave it there and you can stay as long as you like. But if you have to get ready for dinner or if you want to take care of your family or you have anything else that you need to do, you're going to start your transition out of Shavasana by taking 3 deep inhales and exhales. Letting go of any emotion, any physical sensation, any mental thought. When you feel ready, you can start to move your fingers and your toes, roll through your wrists and ankles, and maybe gently turn your head side to side if that feels okay. I love full body stretches, so if you want to reach your arms overhead, point and flex your feet, any movements that feel natural and good to you, like you're just waking up or you're just coming out of that warm sandy beach that you were just laying in. And in your favorite way, you'll slowly transition up to seated, maybe roll to one side if that feels more natural to you. Or if you're a little energized, you can rock forward and back on your spine, coming all the way up to seated. Cross your legs however feels comfortable. Maybe wiggle a little side to side. Find some balance in your pelvis. And then take your hands to heart, either half or fully reclose your eyes. And just notice the center of your chest, feeling your heart space. And in that space, thank yourself for taking the time to do yoga today. Thank your body for what it's able to do. Thank your breath for always being there for you. And as we always end the class with just a simple salutation that just means the light in me, the light in my heart space acknowledges the same light in your heart space. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Namaste.